So just some basic stats here. There are 6 games from my last month list that have now fallen off. There's a 7th game that I ranked and then it came back off. So you'll see that when it gets to it. And that was really
you're
just
thinking about it in order of playing.
yeah, like
I touch the board.
Yeah, like I basically take the games I played this during the month, and I highlight, like they're in order of game played, and I highlight that's got to go on my list, that's go on my list, and then I go through and rank them, and then they may fall off. So I had 6 fall off, 1 that came on and came back off. I played 2 of my Hall of Fame games, so I'll mention those real quick when I get to that, and then I had 3 games that I kind of had played and removed on my list. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new games on my list this month. So yeah, it was a big month. Yeah, a lot of games that ended up hitting my list. So, so I guess let me share my screen. I gotta get fancier with mine. Just not do the Excel thing, but
it's good old Excel. It's reliable.
Yeah,
we're gonna install a metal board at your house.
Yeah, we'll come over.
I could get one. Yeah.
Just go hammer one against his wall. Put it.
His wife will be like, "What the hell are y'all doing?"
Kickboard on the
wall. Puerto Rican man arrested.
So the first one that's going to come up here, I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. There we go. So the first one, Core, Rise of an Empire, was a game I played this month. It made my board and then eventually got knocked off.
Rob, really?
Yeah,
I bought it because of what y'all said. You should have told me this.
It's got to stay on my board, so that's okay.
It's a game that I need to play again, right? So I think why it fell off my list was I really liked the game. I did. I really loved it. I loved the production value. It's a game I want to play again, and so that's why I think it's warranting another play to get back on my list. I wasn't the first gameplay. The thing I didn't like was the factions. I thought that, and this is just purely on one gameplay, I wondered if some of the factions were either underpowered, overpowered, and either that or the way I played it, I didn't play enough to my faction, and that you really need to play to your faction's strengths or weaknesses. And so that's why it made my list, because I really enjoyed the play of it. I really did like all the things Rob has talked about in his This Week in Game previous about the game. I really agree with. It's a game that is right on that, in that cusp, and could potentially move up. I think it does warrant a couple of plays to learn the factions. And I do think you probably need to play to your faction more, or
that's what I think.
So,
I played it twice, and neither time I've leaned into my faction, and I've not done great either time. But I feel like that's been my mistake. I gotta you get your faction. You got to tailor your game to that faction. So,
and it didn't seem like the faction I got, I forget which one I had now. It didn't seem like their abilities, like you could power up your faction. It didn't seem like the abilities were very powerful compared to Daryl, whose faction he crushed us. Like he was like triple our score. Yeah. So that
not because of his faction, but because of how he used his faction.
I think so. Well, yeah, and it was like he's played the game a few times before, but I think he knew what he was doing a bit, and he really synergized his actions, his faction, and he had this like money seemed the hardest thing to generate in the game, right? It was very tight money wise, and he was just like, I'd be like Rob, myself, and Michelle would be like, oh, wait, I get 3 or 4 or 5 coin, and Daryl's like, I get 15, like, what? Like,
yeah.
So good game, great game. I want to play it again. It made my list and then kind of got bumped off by some other games. So close to hitting that. Yep. Buddy Kingdom fell off my list. Just need to play it again. I love this game. It's fun. Game. Really good game. And it's like all these games were on my list that so they're all good. So Planet Unknown is another one that I've enjoyed. I love that the polyomino and then tracks. So it's it's kind of like, to me, Great Split, where you're working up the tracks, but then you have like the Barren Park Great Split combo in space. It's kind of the best way I can explain it. So I enjoy it. It's fun. I like those kind of puzzles. Ultimate Railroads fell off my list. I think I just prefer base Russian Railroads. So if I played that again, Russian Railroads would make my list. But I don't know if I need all the extra stuff. I think Russian Railroads is fine the way it is. Right?
I'm playing the Japanese one for the first time, and it's way different. But I'm liking it. But it's way different.
It's just there's already so much going on in Russian Railroads where like to then play Ultimate Railroads, where you have like what's 5 or 6 different combinations of countries and all the rules. It's like that. It's too much.
Yeah.
I could just play Russian and be good. Chocolate Factory fell off, which is sad because I really do love this game. I think we've championed this game a bunch, or at least I know I have in the show. This is a game that I think, because it came out during the pandemic, has been woefully underrated. And I think if it came back out again or hit the zeitgeist in some way, it would people would enjoy it because it's a really fun game. Flashpoint Fire Rescue fell off just because I haven't played it. And it's a great game. It's cooperative. I have the Legacy, so hopefully, if Carlos is down to try the Legacy with Rob and I, then
that's gonna add a question to the administrative side of the top 20 board.
Oh yeah,
right.
When you play the Legacy game,
right?
Can you call it Flashpoint Fire Rescue and bring it back on the board as that?
I probably would
interchange
just
the two
Fire.
titles as one.
Well, you'll see, because I've kind of done that with Maracaibo and Pirates of Maracaibo. Or
all right, we'll see what the precedence shows.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to at some point in the next month or two getting started with the Legacy version. So, Harmonies fell off my list, and I don't see this coming back on my list. I'm kind of feel like I'm done with it. It's a fun game.
Oh
but
wow, there's so much hype on that one.
I know, but it's kind of just it gets stale after a while.
It's kind of an abstract. Yeah, I like it, but it's
and there's a lot of luck, I think, in it too. Like, because you're creating these little areas. You're trying to create these areas for the animals, right? And you can draw a couple of point cards, and then
man, I love Cascadia. What game are you talking about?
Harmonies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think Harmonies. There's a bit of luck to it as far as does the right tiles come around to you, and if you need water or you need mountain spaces and everyone's drawing and you're not drawing what you need, then you're kind of screwed in that game. But it's a fun game, don't get me wrong, it's fun. But so far of all the games that fell off, all of them, I feel like if I played them again, they'd probably get re-ranked or could potentially get re-ranked. Harmonies is the first one where I think I'm like, I'll play it, but it's probably not getting back on my top 20. So those are the ones that fell off my list this month, and then the two games
we call these the losers. Don't ever play these games again.
Crap. Crap. Yeah, 2 out of 10. My two Hall of Fame games I did play this month: Castles of Burgundy, my number one all-time favorite game, and then Lost River Varnak. I played that, and I played the campaign. I played a couple of sessions of the campaign, which I'm
nice.
Enjoying a lot. Yep. So that's that, and now we get into I think my top 20. So number 20 is Rebirth. Is Renner Knizia game. So I like right. It's Knizia, right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I like it. It's really good. It to me, and I did say this in the Discord. It's to me, this is a better version of Kingdom Builder. So you have the map of either Scotland or Ireland. It's a dual-sided board, and you're drawing chips out of your bag, and there's energy. You're basically redeveloping the world after like a post-apocalyptic type thing, or whatever. And you're drawing either energy or food or population tokens, and then you're filling in cities, and you're trying to control the cities or control the monasteries, and you're basically trying to put your cities on the board. And anytime you go to a monastery, you draw like a victory point card, and it's all kind of area control, and you're going around and you're placing chips and you're scoring victory points based on how many of the same type are in the zone or in an area. And at the end of the game, you'll score victory points based upon if you have the majority around a castle, you'll score 5 victory points for that. And if you have any victory point cards, you might have one, you have the most chips around this monastery or that monastery, and you're scoring points. So it's kind of like you score a bunch of points during the game, and then at the end of the game, there's just a ton of scoring. It was very fast. We played it 4-player. 2 of us had never played it before, and we played it in an hour.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful length, quick. There's, obviously some luck. You're drawing your chips out of a bag, so you may not draw the chip. Like, I really need a population one because I need to control that city. And then you go 3-4 turns without pulling, right? So an easy solution could be to home rule and say the Carcassonne rule, where you start with 1 chip, or draw 1 and then draw another one, so you have 2 to choose from, that type thing. But I didn't really mind it because it's an hour, right? It was a really quick game, very simple, very good production value. We played like their deluxe version, I guess, and it wasn't.
Yeah, but even
deluxe.
the base version looks good.
Yeah, Yeah, it does. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I would love to play it again. There's 2 maps, so there's a map of Scotland, map of Ireland, and
Yeah, I want
apparently
to
they
try the
scored.
Ireland.
Yeah, to try the Ireland. So I enjoyed it. Hit my list. It was a little higher. Got bumped down by some other games, but it could easily move up if I play it again. I own Kingdom Builder, and I own everything for Kingdom Builder, and I had been thinking for a while, like, I just don't play it enough. It was getting ready to go on my sale pile, and after playing this, I'm like, yep, I'm definitely going to get rid of my Kingdom Builder and all expansions this year, and maybe pick up this because I think this is a better version to me than Kingdom Builder. So, Rebirth is my number 20.
Nice.
Now, there we go. My number 19 is Holotype. So 2 games I played this like the last weekend in March.
Hey, I didn't get to talk to you after your Holotype play, so I'm interested to hear.
This was good. This was fun. This was a worker placement game, and it's a dinosaur game, but it's a dinosaur game where you're not trying to recreate Jurassic Park the movie.
Okay.
So not Dinogenics? Is that
not
the one?
Dinogenics, not Dinosaur Island? No, this is, and I think, and I need to probably do better research, but this game was developed by people that that are like paleontologists, right? They know the business. So you have a player board. It's worker placement. Rob probably won't like it because it's kind of friendly worker placement. You can't block spots really.
No.
Although a little bit though.
A little bit.
So you have 2 workers to start the game with. You have your paleontologist and kind of like a research assistant, right? And then after a certain period of time, you can unlock a graduate assistant. So you can have up to 3 workers. Yeah. Phantom Memer here said that, well, I introduced you to 2 new games and they both made top spots. Yes, they did.
Nice.
So I guess that's Pat there. Thank you.
Must be Pat. Yeah.
He had commented a little earlier. Said, "Glad you liked Rebirth."
There you go.
Yeah, I really liked Rebirth. Yeah, and I think I like Holotype probably more because it was just that Euro worker placement game. And so you're placing your workers out there, and you can go to like the library, and you can go to like the dig site, and you can go to the thing. And you're collecting the cards of the dinosaurs, and then the dinosaurs, you need certain bones to kind of research and discover those dinosaurs. So you're kind of, and then as you play those, you score victory points. You kind of have like an end game bonus card that gives you bonuses. You score the points from the dinosaurs. So it's very simple, straightforward worker placement game. The good thing about it, it's just the theme is cool because it's truly a paleontology dinosaur themed game. That's not where you're just trying to like prevent people from getting eaten and making a dinosaur theme park out of it. So, Rob, I think you would like it though because when you place the worker, there's like a pecking order, right? So if I place my archaeologist in a site, the only person that can bump that is another archaeologist. Okay. And so you have the archaeologist, the grad assistant, and like the research assistant. So like when you put the research assistant out there, he gets bumped out by anybody. But when you have the archaeologist out there, he may not get bumped easily. So if you have all 3 of your workers out there, no one's bumping them back, then you have to take an action to return your workers and get things. So it was good. There was some good synergies there. And what I liked is there's these global type achievements where Jurassic period, the various periods of dinosaurs, the various types of dinosaurs, as they get researched, it may require 6 of this type or 6 Jurassic dinosaurs. And once the 6 are down, someone could claim that as a bonus victory point, and you have like 5 of them on your player board. Where as you claim them, you can get 3, 6, 9, 12, 25 victory point type thing. So multiplier, fun worker placement game, straightforward. I enjoyed the game pretty, and I would want to play it again. And it's scalable, right? Because the main board, you have a 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, 5-player game, and then there's a European expansion which brings in a bunch of other stuff. So there's a good diversity of gameplay there. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. That's why they both hit I would love to play them again to see if they would move up or go down, but I kind of like them both about the same. So they kind of just hit. I think I liked Rebirth a lot. I think Holotype just kind of edged out a little bit just because it was the first time I played a worker placement game with dinosaurs where we weren't trying to eat people.
Yeah.
So it was good. It's more like research, more like, you're a paleontologist working for like the New York Museum and you're trying to recreate the dinosaurs and you're digging out the bones and you're discovering them and stuff. So it's kind of cool. So
cool.
Yep. Going a little slow here. I'm trying to. All right. So my number 18 has been on my list for a while. Clans of Caledonia. Played it, I think, back in January now. So I just probably need to play it again. I love Clans of Caledonia. I think it is a very tight, very tough game. It's kind of like brassish and like you can't. The economy is very tight. You're always wanting like an extra dollar here, an extra dollar there, and it's coming out with an expansion and big box this year, so it's kind of cool. So I'm glad that Clans of Caledonia is one of those games that's in the top 100 BGG that really only had that one main Kickstarter print run and has kind of never really been for wide sale distribution. So it's good that it's coming back out this year.
Okay.
My number 17, the Stouffer Dynasty. Talk about this game. This was a Z-Man game that I played a while back. We talked about it a couple shows back. It's a fun game. I don't know if it's really in print, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it was fun. Good worker placement Euro game where you're basically going around the empire with the king, and you're trying to gain his favor in different cities and get ahead of him to get to the city that he's going to be at, so you can claim favor with him in that city when he gets there. So it's a good one. My number 16 was Distilled. That kind of moved up a little bit. Been playing it a bit more. Really enjoying it. Kind of figuring out a little bit. I still think that the reason why this game is not going like high on my list is really distilling with wheat and like grains and like aging them really is a better way to win the game. And like the fruit distilling can be pretty pricey, and it's hard to distill an aged fruit stuff because it's hard to get them, the cognacs and those kind of things. So I generally play this game, and I do tend to fall into the same strategy of if I get two distill heads or distillery leads to choose from, I'll choose the one that wants to age a wheated or a grain spirit, and I'll go that route. And so it has gotten a bit samey in its gameplay. I do need to get the cask strength expansion to see if that changes it a bit for me, but I still am really enjoying Distilled. I know that it wasn't hit with Carlos and back in the day.
I didn't love it. It was okay. I think we were both
the theme. I love the theme, and I love the idea.
Yeah.
Is just a little bit of execution changes, and it would be on my top 100.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it's up there. So, Distilled. Captain Flip still on the list. Fun, quick game. Enjoying it.
You can stay on the show.
Captain Flip.
You're allowed to stay on the show now.
I'm allowed to stay on the Captain Flip's still there.
Put in your top 20.
Yep. Flip 7 still up there. I played it, didn't move it. It's just such a fun game. We actually taught it. Rob and I taught it to Pat and his wife at the game day last one day. They were like, "Oh, this is good." Our game group would like it, or non-gamers would like it. It's really just the perfect entry level game.
Yeah.
I after seeing the promo copy that they've given away, like the 3,500 copies of the promo one, I'm like, that's the version I want.
Yeah.
It's in a single box, and it's the same size. It's not the cheap smaller cards that are double stick, but Flip 7.
You saw earlier in the chat, Pat said that they went out and bought it right after they played it with us, and then they took it to game day, and it was a hit. Everybody was playing it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love Captain. Love Captain Flip 7. Great, fun, light games that are fun. Yeah, so Flip 7, number 14. And my number 13, Dinogenics, dinosaur theme. I tend to like it. It hit my 13. I'm figuring out how to play it better. It's definitely a little bit meatier. So I'm enjoying the plays of that. Don't know longevity wise. Like here's the thing is I own Dinosaur Island. I enjoy Dinosaur Island. Which of these two would I pick up? And if I pick up one of these two, do I get rid of Dinosaur Island? And I even have the expansion, the liquid, Dinosaur Island liquid, whatever, that I haven't never even played, that I would like to give that a shot first too. So I don't know. It's interesting. Is like, do I like Dinogenics more than Dinosaur Island? How much better is the gameplay? It's a slightly better gameplay, I think, in Dinogenics and Dinosaur Island, but they're both kind of fun. So anyway, Dinogenics. It's a fun game. Fun one. Number 12, Federation. I love it. This is you're the Galactic Empire and the Senate, and you're passing the legislation, right? And it's fun. We've played it. It's a great game. It's fun. It was interesting, as I think the first time I played it was at Dice Tower East 2 years ago, and I liked it. It was like, okay, this is okay, but we clearly played things wrong. And the person that was teaching, it was at the Hot Games table, and the person that was clearly teaching it definitely missed a couple of points that was like, oh, that's why. So as I've played it more, and I've had to you ever play a game wrong or get taught a game wrong, and then it's hard to forget that bad teach, right? Mm-hmm. So I've played Federation more, I'm slowly unlearning the bad play that I had that first time, and I'm starting to get it now, and I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it more and more as I play it, and sort of figuring it out. But it's fun.
After Clank last night, for whatever reason, Federation came up. Sam was talking about how much she's liking it the more she plays it. And somehow, I don't know, in my head, when she said Federation, my mind went to Star Trek. And then I thought Star Trek Ascendancy. I was like, I hate that game. I was like, I played that twice. I don't like it at all. She's like, really? And then so we started talking about it. I was like, hold on. I'm talking about a completely different game than you are. So I jumped online. I was like, oh, no, Star Trek Ascendancy. No, Federation I like a lot. Federation's good. So,
yeah, Federation's good. Yep.
Yeah,
so that's my number 12.
Yeah.
My number 11, Terraforming Mars. Hit the list, right, guys? Yeah, I know this is like really high on your guys' list. It's not super
I'm a little
high.
disappointed that it's 11, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's just long for me. That's the problem. And here's the thing: that's the fundamental difference. You guys want to play Terraforming Mars, and you want to play for 4 hours. Mm-hmm. I want to play Terraforming Mars and be done in an hour and a half.
Nope. Doing it wrong.
Drafting still like that is what I love about the game.
I enjoy Terraforming Mars. It's a fun game. It's in my top 20. It's just on the precipice of the top 10. We still need to actually play it together. I am willing to play with you.
Wait, we've never played with Wayne?
I guess
no.
not.
You've never
Apparently
played
not.
with me.
Yeah,
no, we have not played it.
But yeah, no way. Okay. We need to do it. Yeah, without all the expansions, Jim. Don't even start. He just put something in there, but
no, he's making fun of me. He said my perfect game is Dino Flip in Space.
Oh, there you go.
I guess.
I'll play Terraforming Mars with a couple of expansions, but yeah,
Prelude and Terraforming
for sure.
Mars. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
okay, that's fine with me. Yep.
Yeah, so
it's good.
I'll give it that a shot. Yeah, so I would be willing to try it with you guys just to see if it changes things. So, and then my number 10 is Let's Go to Japan. Fell down a little bit. I'm still enjoying it. It's getting a little samey though. But part of that is I think I've played it a lot, right? I think that's with a lot of games. It's if you play one game 10, 15 times in a 3 or 4 month span, I think a lot of games are gonna feel samey after a while. So this game, I still really enjoy it. But I'm kind of like, let me take a little bit of a break and not play it as much because I think it might play out of it, which I don't want. But I do hope that it is successful and they start doing other versions, like let's go to Germany, let's go to England, let's go to Italy, whatever. Because I think it has that sort of expansion built into it, and you can kind of change it up a little bit. Kind of like change, mess around with it. So Let's Go to Japan fell down a few spots for me. Still in my top 10 because I'm really enjoying it, but I'm going to take a little break so it doesn't get too samey on me. Number 9, Stone Age. This one moved up. It was lower on my list. I moved it way up. It's just still a classic, older worker placement game that I enjoy. And the more I play it, and it's part of it's a classic for a reason. I think this is I think you could call this game a classic worker placement game. It's kind of been around for a long time, and it is what it is.
Stone Age. This thing's been around forever.
It's been around forever. It's got a really old white guy on the cover, right?
Yeah. Really old. Yeah.
But so it moved up a few spots for me from last month. Just still enjoy this game. We'll always look to play, your Stone Ages and a few other games higher on my list, Castles of Burgundy and Concordia and those, Village, which I haven't played yet this year. So there's a couple games that I would easily in the same vein of your standard worker placement Euro. This is kind of one of those. So yep.
Cool.
My number 8, Viticulture. What can you say? Still my game.
It should always be up there.
Should always be up there. It's always gonna be up there. It's one of his quintessentials. I have to eat my words because I used to hate people who didn't make wine, right? No. Just did the card thing. But the last few times I've played this game, I'm like, I'm just gonna do the card thing and see how that works, and it really does work, And I liked a couple of years ago when Jamie was even talking about it, he said you can play that way and it's viable because not every winery produces wine. Some wines just produce grapes, some wines are just tour placed, So I think the last 2 plays, I don't think I've really produced a lot of wine and just hit a lot of the bonus 1 point here and there, whatever I can do. Have the what is it, the tour thing where you give a tour, you get a victory point. So you always have a wine in there and then play the card game. So it's fun. So I'm at point. I have realized I've never played with the More Visitors expansion.
Oh, okay.
And I heard that deck of cards, when you replace all of the winter and spring and winter visitor cards with those, it's like a different game because it's So have you played with those?
I have once or twice online. I think it might be on. They have that on BGA.
If they do, I'm doing that. If they do.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the options on BGA. I can't remember, but I know I've played it once or twice. But yeah, it completely changes what they all do. Yeah.
So I do want to play with that in the near future. So that's my
And
number.
Dan's not here tonight, but he would say correct. But go ahead.
Yes, correct. Yeah. My number 7. Hey, look at it, Carlos. Here you go. Finspan, Wormspan. Wingspan.
So combine.
Just slash.
So span the span verse.
Spanverse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think man, I'm gonna bring Wormspan this weekend, Sunday to TGG. Maybe we'll play that if I get a chance. Because that's still, I haven't played it yet. I own it. Don't play it.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to like differentiate. I love Wingspan and I love Finspan. I played them both, and I don't really want them taking up 2 spots on my top 20, so I kind of combine them. My viewpoint now is what's going to happen is my Wingspan game, because I have the big nesting box that'd be a pain in the ass to travel around with. That's going to probably stay at my house, and I'll play Wingspan at home. When I travel, or if I'm playing solo, I'm playing Finspan, because I really love the solo version of Finspan. It's super quick and easy, super setup, and I could see Finspan replacing Wingspan, although I have invested enough in Wingspan where I don't think that's going to happen, because I don't want to admit that defeat. But
Wingspan has more stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, if Finspan gets a couple of expansions and stuff like that. So I think I might in the near future mess around with, could I get Finspan, Wormspan all in the Wingspan nesting box, and then it's all just one big box, because there's so much room in there that I can't imagine that you can't
put it all in the wine crate.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, the wine crate's pretty full. I'll tell you that, because I have everything ever for viticulture, and it's pretty full. So I even have like the fromage expansion and the other smaller ones that are hard to get now. So anyway, so number 7, Finspan, Wormspan, Wingspan, screwed, not Wingspan. My number 6, Fromage, which I'm really enjoying. I actually almost backed the new Kickstarter, because they have a Fromagerie, which is like an Italian expansion to the French fromage, and you could get both games deluxe for like 120 or something like that. But I was like, I really almost did it, but I'm like trying not to do that right now, because I don't have shelf space. But I'm enjoying it. The more I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it.
It's fun.
It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I think Finspan, if I played it again, it'll probably jump it, but Fromage is up there. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the drafting. So I didn't do that in the physical plays, but when I played it on BGA, you can draft the structures, and there's a whole mess of other structures that you can draft to replace kind of the base game ones. And that's kind of fun, is trying to figure out, can you draft structures to replace the ones that are on your base board to kind of synergize and do something different. And I think the last game I did on BGA, I had one where it was like you got to double the victory points of the ones you had on the shelf. I forget the name of the 4 zones, but the one where you have the shelving, the victory point ones on those, if you had stuff there, doubled their victory points. And then I had another one where it was like every time you finished a green card, you got to draw another one. So it was like I was kind of cycling through that. So it was good, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's fast. It plays really fast. Again, it's another game.
Yet to play it. I keep hearing good things about it.
You like it. It's good.
Yeah.
I hear not great things. Like, it's not like, innovatively new things, but solid, fun mini games.
4 little mini games. Yeah.
And my number 5, Pirates Maracaibo. Another slash. Hard for me to put them apart because they're both good. I think I prefer Maracaibo over Pirates Maracaibo. So I think if I play them again, I might separate it out, and then Pirates might actually start falling down. I really enjoyed Pirates. It's very fast playing though. Like you could really play it quickly. And so I like that, but I really do. I really enjoyed Maracaibo. I'd love to get into the campaign kind of play of Maracaibo, but I do like the board and the going around the Caribbean aspect of Maracaibo, and it's slightly longer play than the Pirates Maracaibo. Although what's interesting is I think in my plays of Pirates, it ends up being a very quick game because someone always rushes, and I wonder if there's kind of like a magic circle of, well, we're not going to rush it, right? We're going to work our way, because you only get the 3 or 4 turns where you go from left to right,
3 or 4, yeah.
And
that's kind of how Robert and I treat your number 11.
Oh yeah,
right.
We have a magic circle. Like, we're going 5 hours tonight, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna build the biggest engines we can,
go
right?
as long as we can. Yeah,
right. So I think that could work with Pirates of Maracaibo too, because you can. What's funny is like the games I've played have been very not low scoring, but scoring. but then they give you like
Scoring.
They're not low scoring.
They're
but they're
scoring.
scoring. No, I'm saying like they're not like 30, 40 points, but like they give you like the scoring track has X amount of scores, and you have like the 50 and 100 or like 200, and it's like, how do you score 200 in this? Like, it's like so.
Oh.
But I enjoy it. But
Yeah,
I
first time I
think
played Pirates on BGA, it was over, and I was like, "Hold on, it's over? Well, I'm just getting warmed up." So
right,
it was,
yeah,
it was so
it
quick.
was. I think where Pirates will also fall off with me with White Castle, where it's just too quick. Like there's
Yeah.
just when you start getting your engine going or your point scoring going, the game's over. You're like,
Yeah,
"That-
you besmirch White Castle, you out.
Yeah.
I know I'm out. I know. I just don't get it. I like it, but part of it is I don't know. I'm not good at it apparently because I can't score more than 30 or 40 points in a game. I just
There's
can't.
so many pieces that connect. Anyway,
I don't know, but it's just so quick. It's like, but
we're on your list.
yeah, exactly. White Castle fell off my list last month.
Boom.
Boom. My number 4. My number 4, Creature Comforts. I always, I've championed kids table war games for a long time. This is my favorite of their games. Play it with my family, although we didn't play it last month, so I have to fix that. I want to do a KTB games week day with my family once soccer season's done. But worker placement, dice placement, easy to play, but has enough for the gamer in me, but easy enough for my 10-year-old to get it and play well at it. So I've talked about it enough on the show. I don't need to get much more detail. My number 3, one of my all-time favorites, probably will get retired this year to the Hall of Fame, Lords of Waterdeep. Just this is like if I was thinking, I don't know, people listen to the 5 Games for Doomsday podcast, which I love. Is like when the guy interviews people, he said, what are the 5 games you would bring with you to Doomsday or the Deserted Island, right? And Lords of Waterdeep would be one of them, probably because one of the other things in there would be like a D&D books or dice, and I would play Lords of Waterdeep, but then also I could hybridize that game to run D&D games with too. So I'm a D&D player. This is the worker placement game about the biggest city in Forgotten Realms, or not biggest city, but a major city in Forgotten Realms. So it's the nerd in me loves this game. The theme, the worker placement aspect of it, just it's always going to be a great game for me. I don't think I've ever had a bad play of this game. So
Yeah. Classic.
Lords of the Deep. Number 2 is another new game, Ostia.
Oh, great.
Great game. It's it almost made number 1. I think if I play it again, it might jump to number 1. I guess Rob and Carlos having some audio video problems.
No, I'm just messing with some camera stuff. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
We're good.
We
We're
got
good.
a little flicker,
Okay.
so we're trying to fix
Yeah,
it.
I just making sure that you have stuff audio. So yeah, Ostia, we talked about this I think last week pretty extensively. Love this game. I've already been looking several ways to buy it. It's expensive right now, but I have
I've been looking for this one.
Oh,
but I hear that it's going to be produced and here in the States sometime like next quarter in the summer. There'll be a game. There's a game company that has signed it that's bringing it here to the United States as a general release. Yeah, it's getting Board Game Rundown. OC is quickly becoming one of my favorite games. Yep, Tim, it's up there. And I played it once and it made my number 2. So, and that it is getting U.S. distribution soon. The only thing I hope is that the U.S. distribution has the production value and quality and all the cool bits and stuff like that of the Kickstarter version. If not a big deal.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
Retail
care.
version's fine with me.
Retail version's fine with
The
me.
gameplays was really drawing me into that one.
Yeah, it's really good. Carlos, you will love it.
I
I'm
watched.
sure you'll like it.
Thanks to y'all bringing it up. I've been watching all kinds of videos and checking out all the retail spaces to see if anybody just has one randomly laid around.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. It hit my number 2. It almost supplanted my number 1. Probably could supplant my number 1, but my number 1 is Obsession. I love it. Such a good game. I love Dan Halligan, the creator. He is awesome. Yeah. Buy it
Hey,
now
you got to spend
before
some
the-
time talking to him at Dice Tower East.
at
last
Dice
time.
Tower East. Yeah, he was really cool. I love, it's a one-man shop. This is his one game. He like the communication. I think anyone who wants to run a Kickstarter, just go back and follow his campaigns and follow all his communications. It's perfect. He's never made a misstep. And when he does, like when he screws up something, he makes it right. And it's a great game. I love Downton Abbey. I'm kind of a like upstairs, downstairs, Downton Abbey. What's the other one? Bridgerton, whatever. I like that.
Bridgerton,
Yeah, Pride and Prejudice. It's like my guilty pleasure. I guess I like those kind of shows.
Yeah, me too.
So this game hits. I love that you can modularize it and play different expansions and different pieces. So yeah, it's hit my list. Love Obsession. It's going to be tough, like, because I plan on playing Obsession several more times this year easily. And if I play Ostia, it's going to be a battle between those two, I think, for my 1-2, depending on, there could always be other games that come in, obviously. But I think for a while, I think these guys are going to be fighting for the dominance of the 1-2 spot for me for this year. So that is my top 20 for the year. Yeah.
Well done.
All right, let's
Who's
jump
first?
into, I guess, my board.
Hello, yours
folks.
next.
We're
Okay.
gonna-
Yeah. All right. Got a board back here.
Being Tonight's podcast, we're getting into the top 20 board updates for March of 2024, games that we played in March of 2024. I'm going to do like Wayne did in order of the games played, and then I'll throw them up on the board and move things around as I see fit. So the first game I played at the beginning of March was Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. Yeah, we're going to need to move some stuff down here. This thing is rising to the top. Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game is just that, a trick-taking game in the likes of The Crew. If you remember The Crew, it is the cooperative trick-taking game. All right, we got to 10. 10 is kind of where I have to think for a second.
Got Lost Cities right now at 8. Got an empty spot there at 9 as we move things around.
I don't know. I love Lost Cities, and Fellowship of the Ring is new, and there's still more to get out of it. But I have loved every play.
Lost Cities is good though.
Yeah, that's kind of a line there.
Yeah, it's tough.
We're gonna throw Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game, at number 9, and you'll notice I've been adding my BGG ratings as well.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yep. So this is my BGG rating of 9 is how I rated that, 9 out of 10 on BGG.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think
Pretty
it's
high.
good.
Yeah.
Then I played right after that, a few days later, Guild of Merchant Explorers. Guild of Merchant Explorers is a flip and place game.
Flip and cube. Yeah.
So you're playing the roles of merchants who are exploring. Get that? Merchant explorers.
Imagine that.
You start off in a center city. There's a board with a lot of tiny little hex that go out onto this beautifully drawn, ancient style, like different shades of beige map, like a Fantasyland map.
One of 4 or 4 or 6 different maps you can play.
Could be, I think it's 6.
Maybe 6. Okay. Yeah.
And you're placing these cubes each round based on flips of cards. They're going to tell you where you can place, whether you can play on grassland, ocean, or you can play on desert, or you can play on mountains. And your goal is to get these cubes lined out, spidering out, almost like wagon wheeling out, spoking out from the center village city in such a way that you make connections with other villages, so that when you make these villages that you drop, you now have new places that you can spoke from in the following rounds. You're really not going to go very far each round. So that's the thing, is you got to start to build these combos so that you can start getting to the edges of the map by the end of the game. It is so good. It is.
That's
And
good,
it is an
This
8
is,
on my BGG list.
This is one that hasn't hit my list yet because I've only played it on BGA. And so, like, while I'll move games around if I play them on BGA, I'm trying to list rank games that I play at least physically first. So
Yeah, me too.
I want to play it physically first because it'll hit my list. I'm like you, Carlos, where first time I played this game, I was very much like, eh. And then the more I played it, I'm like, oh, wow, this
Like
is
50 Shades of Beige.
really better than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets better.
Oh, it does.
And
It
as you
keeps
throw in
getting
some
better.
more of the stuff, go to the new maps and some of the other stuff, it adds things and it gets pretty cool. Yeah.
My wife kept asking to play it again, and I was like, "There's so many new games, so many new games." And then so I gave it and played it, and next thing I know, I'm on BGA, like playing solo, over and over and over, because I wanted to make sure I got it down pat. So I'm putting it between Mandalorian Adventure and the Fellowship of the Ring, which it just got on the board. I played some Flip 7. My Flip 7 is currently at 5. I don't want to move it any higher. I rate that game. I had it rated as an 8. I think I'm rating it as a 10 from now on.
Whoa.
So I'm going to have to update this to change the rating to a 10. Like Flip 7, it's a 10.
Okay.
I didn't realize you put your numerical rating next to the games.
Yeah, you just started doing that, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's how I roll. Super rando. I think that's Weddy Race too. Hang on, and look at that. So yep, you gonna throw a 10 up there for me, Rob?
Make it permanent now.
Now my fingers are all blue and my tongue is blue.
Put
Where's
a
Papa
2
Smurf?
right next, 2 out of 10.
Yeah, 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Flip 7 is staying at 5 because even though I give it a 10, doesn't mean it's my favorite game ever.
Yeah.
It is for what it does.
It is a solid.
the
yeah,
best
it is
of
a
what it
10,
does.
Yeah, it is kind of like a 10 game that wouldn't. Yeah, I get you.
I got more plays of Lord of the Rings trick-taking game, more plays of Flip 7, more plays of Captain Flip, which I won't move yet. And then we get into the bigger games towards the end of the month. And I got to play, and thanks to Robert, Endeavor Deep Sea. Endeavor Deep Sea is not a sequel, but the next iteration of the Endeavor game system.
Really a different game, yeah.
Completely different game than the Endeavor Age of Sail. There's some mechanics that they share, but I really believe they're completely different. All I know is that one play with Robert, I had so much fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Like it was just, I walked away from it continuing to think about it. It was just good. It was flat out a great game. Yeah. For that reason, it is going to take my 10 spot right now with an 8.5 on the BGG.
All right.
So, so Rob, when you leave tonight, just steal it from him
Yeah, I'll just borrow it. Yeah.
so that we can play it Sunday, maybe.
I'm not going to be there Sunday, unfortunately.
Oh, you're not gonna be there Sunday.
No,
Oh, man.
I got a birthday party.
If he was, I'd say take it because it's
All
that
right,
good.
Carlos, what are you doing?
Jim's
Come down to
son's birthday party.
TGG
So,
Sunday, man.
We got church on church on church
yeah.
all day, bro. Let's see.
That's why you gotta
SETI.
like in and out in an hour, man. That's it.
Yeah, quick church.
We're there first thing in the morning, and then we leave for lunch, and then we're back there till the evening.
Wow.
We got a lot of kids. We got to keep them busy. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Last game I played.
That's making.
That I forgot to write. This was earlier in the month, but it was middle of the month. I got to play SETI.
Ooh.
I really liked it. I gave it an 8 on my BGG ranking so far. Like it's a good solid game, but then it suffers from that length of play thing. We're like, man, I love that game. I just don't know how often it's going to get played. It's not going to be a weeknight game. So for that reason, this is going to be the first time a game falls off my board. So for the first time,
this year, yeah.
I've hit 20 now, 20 different games.
Unicorn Glitter Luck is going to fall off your board?
Unicorn Glitter Luck is
Oh,
coming off
man.
the board. Haba is
That
going to send
hurts.
me an email.
Man,
Haba, send me an email. Beansanddice
you
at gmail.com.
are
Haba.
a bad father.
Yeah. SETI better not be hitting 20. Okay. It's
SETI
going.
will not
Okay,
hit
all right, it's
20.
gonna go
SETI
up,
is
yeah.
going. It is a really good
You'll see SETI
game.
up here, number 1 on my side. Just
I
say.
see. I don't know, Rob. I don't
Yeah?
know.
Oh,
I haven't played it. I haven't played it yet, so I can't judge. But
Oh, it's
from what
good.
it seems just such a long game, though.
It's good.
But and you know what I haven't stopped doing since that? Like watching every space launch.
Oh, yeah.
Since playing
Yeah,
SETI.
you're messaging me. I've been watching them for years, and then you've been messaging me. Hey, did you catch that one last night? Oh no, there was a space launch, shuttle launch last night.
I'm watching all these satellites being
Yeah.
dispersed, and I'm like, oh man, I want to play some more SETI.
It's
It
good.
is right.
You
It
need to
is
get a big
quickly rising.
4-player game of it. I think it sings at 3 and 4, even though it's longer. It's one of those games.
See, right now I'm gonna put it at 11. I'm gonna put it at 11 between Endeavor Age of Sail and Guild of Merchant Explorers, and the reason is oh man, but I like it better than Trekking. I do like it better than Trekking,
Need to play trekking.
but see, Trekking can be played so quickly. It is
trade-offs,
making-
decisions.
I will need to play SETI again.
Okay.
It is.
Well, let's play it because I want to play it again. I
It's
played
on
it
the
twice
list.
now.
It's on the
but I
list.
want-
SETI,
I want-
It's on the
SETI and
list.
Galactic Cruise are my next two that I really want.
We got to get Wayne. Wayne next week.
Yeah.
SETI here next week.
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh, SETI.
Who
Yeah.
owns
Yeah.
SETI?
Let's do it.
I do.
Carlos
Oh,
has it.
okay. I
Yeah.
can come next Thursday.
Do SETI here next week. Next,
All right, so let's go through my list. This is my update for March of 2025 games played. My number 1. Do we go backwards? How do I do this?
It don't care. It don't
My
matter.
number 20, Castle Combo. Number 19, Trio. Number 18 is Palm Island. Number 17 is Catan Jr. Number 16 is Battle Line. 15 is Warfighter, NAM. 14 is Finspan. 13 is Mandalorian Adventure. 12 is Guild of Merchant Explorers. 11 is SETI. 10 is Endeavor, Deep Sea. 9 is Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. 8 is Lost Cities. Coming in at number 7, Trekking History. Number 6, Hero Quest. All of it. Like
The whole big stack of it.
all of it.
Taller than Rob.
Oh man. Number 5, Flip 7 deserves to be in that spot for a long time. Number 4, Captain Flip. Taught it to my boy,
Okay.
my older boy, who doesn't ever ask me to play anything. Guess who came out last night at 10 something at night and said,
Can we play Flip 7?
Can we play Captain Flip?
Oh, Captain Flip. Oh, sorry.
He
I thought
wanted
it
to
said
play
Flip 7.
Captain Flip.
Captain Flip. Oh,
Nice.
wow.
And
It's a
then
good
and then
game. I don't know
today,
about that, but-
cooking dinner, you know what he says to me? He starts talking to me about Captain Flip, right? And the differences between the tactics and the strategies of deciding Captain Flip is a solid game.
It's
brother.
okay.
It's a solid game.
It might be a game I have to buy. Like I might need to get
Yeah.
a copy.
It's okay.
It's
You
fun.
can have it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Non-gamers and gamers agree.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Camel Up. Number 2, Ezra and Nehemiah. My number 1, and Purple Haze, the RPG
Still up there?
fighting / combat / story-driven game.
It'll be
Alright.
up there until he gets his own copy, and then it'll
Yes,
Yeah.
plummet from there.
that's Carlos.
Could be.
Good
All
one.
right. We've talked about a lot of mine already, although I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new games going onto my
Ooh,
list out of
damn.
those 18 that I played. So lots of
7.
good games in the last month. So I'm going to try to do this fairly quickly, although we're not doing too bad on time.
Yeah.
So let me just grab some stuff off that I know it's going to come off the board. So Trio is coming off.
You can't help but clean
yeah,
up, can you?
That was kind of
You
a
can't just
joke.
let it
No, no,
happen
no,
naturally.
Nope. We're going to do this in an organized fashion. And it's actually bothering me here that somebody's made all mine crooked, but we'll fix those as we go. Anyway, Trio at number 20. That was kind of a funny thing because I left 19 open and put Trio at 20. That's how long that was going to stay on there. So
It was a matching game. What'd you
bye,
expect?
Trio. Bye-bye. The next 2 were ones that I had kind of mentioned before. These are campaign games that I'm playing. I love them. They would always be at the top of the list. I never had ranked them before, so I put them down at the bottom just because I knew that I'm always going to love them, but I want them to off the list. I don't think they really belong on this list. Big, 200-hour campaign games. So
you love men.
do it.
Janine, how many campaign games you play?
Yeah, I do. I'm in 3 or 4 right now. But anyway, so Frosthaven and Arkham Horror, the card game, both going to slide off the list, although they are forever in my hearts. Nick made a joke on that about in the Discord today or yesterday that I hadn't mentioned those or something, and a tear in the eye. And I said, well, they're in my hearts. So you
Now
know
you
I'm
broke
not
his
the-
heart.
Yes, I play them almost every week. So those are great games. Patterns, currently at 16. Little abstract matching game. A lot of fun. I don't usually put abstracts on my list at all. This may be really the first abstract game that's ever been on my list. So that's what I think, how highly I think of it. But again, it's coming off. It was on there for a few weeks, a few months. So good stuff. And then Harvest, I think, is the last one that's coming off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, actually, one more. Harvest is going to come off. I enjoy Harvest. I've played it a couple times now on BGA.
It's like a third of your list is gone from
is,
just
yeah.
the
So
month
he's
of
got, like,
March.
Cleaning house.
He had 7 new games. I had 6, so similar. Like
We played a lot of games. We played a lot of them together, so you're going to see some repeats. I won't jump into deep dives on all these, and then the last one, actually, this one does hurt a little bit. I'm getting into these that hurt. So Bunny Kingdom, this fell off your list, Wayne, and it's
It
coming
did.
off my list. So
You play it again. That's all.
probably. This was at 14, so it's just barely going to slide off because I'm putting 7 new ones on. But Bunny Kingdom, fun game, great, easy to learn. Different every time. 100 spaces on a map, and you're just drawing cards, drafting cards, and putting out bunnies.
I think-
It's good
Carlos,
time.
you need to play Bunny Kingdom.
Oh, if you haven't played yet,
I've not yet played.
Super light, super easy, but lots of fun. So yeah, I really enjoy Bunny Kingdom. I'm going to go from the bottom up. So the new 20 on my list, Nucleum is currently at 13, so that's the highest one that's still on the list right now. But Guild of Merchant Explorers, for all the things Carlos said, great game. I talked a little bit about it there, but this game, the base game, the very first learning game that you start out of the box it's okay. It's not bad. It's kind of fun. But when you start adding some of the stuff, playing the different maps, playing some of the different cards, because each map has different goal cards that you bring out and play, really adds to the experience and keeps things fresh, mixes things up. And I think it is 6 different maps they have. I think they're 2-sided. I think there's 3 different
And
two-sided
all with
maps.
different mechanisms.
Yeah, they're all a little different, and they all are laid out differently. So you take different paths, try different things. Fun game. Rebirth is going to be the next one on my list. So I'm going to put Rebirth below Nucleum. I'm going to keep it down there. The thing, I really enjoyed Rebirth. Wayne talked quite a bit about this one, and so I'm not going to get into depth on it. I'm going to mimic, though, or mirror what the Dice Tower said about it. And I know some people are going to say I'm a lemming to the Dice Towers to some extent. But anyway, I do agree that there is a fair amount of luck in this. But I do agree with Wayne that in an hour, I'm okay with that. Because from game to game, it can be very different. When you place next to it as a monastery, you get to draw a monastery card. And this is a stack of cards that are all in-game scoring. And they score based on having either control of an area or control of a castle or control of a monastery. And you can draw that halfway through the game and already have no chance of winning that. So there's times you're going to draw an in-game scoring card that is already out the window. And so that's you have to be okay with that luck, that you might get some bad luck. And then like Wayne said, as you draw the chips out of your bag, you may be looking for an energy chip because you need to connect your string of energy, because when you place one energy, you get 1 point. If you place another energy next to it, you get 2. On that next placement, the next one you get 3, so you score all 3 of them again, all 4 of them again. So you're trying to build these chains, and you just know that somebody's going to see you doing it, and they're going to put one in there to cut you off. So it's like, I need to draw another energy. I need to draw, and then sometimes you just can't draw what you need to draw to really get your score multipliers going.
So I think what we talked the 2 quick host rules is draw 2, keep 1 on those cards. But I think like during the course of the game, you're going to draw like 8 of them. And so if you get 1 or 2 that are dead and you score the other 6, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think having draw 1 chip at the beginning of the game and then draw a second one and you have 2 to choose from. I do that with Carcassonne, and it really, I think, solves a lot of that issue. But for an hour, it doesn't matter.
Is it Ticket to Ride devastating? So like in Ticket to Ride, you draw that ticket that you cannot complete.
Not really.
You will now have negative points.
You don't lose the
It just means you don't get, like like each one of those cards will generally score you 3 to 5 points in a game. And you're going to score 90, 100, like anywhere from 80 to 100 is a good score. So 5 points maybe makes or breaks you, but you're going to draw 6 to 8 of those. Like
probably, yeah.
They were like you can draw up to 8 of those monastery cards when you play against a monastery. I think there were 2 monasteries that I got blocked out from, so I couldn't even place near the monastery. So I only ended up drawing 6 of the 8 victory point cards, and I think I scored 4 or 5 of the 6. So. Like, you don't have to score all 8 to win, so.
Yeah. And it could, theoretically, you could get 0. You could either just choose to or get blocked out of all 8 monasteries, and you could never draw an in-game, and that's not going to happen. You're going to get 4 or 5 or 6 at least, probably. Yeah. But anyway, there is a fair amount of luck that can happen in it. So,
but it's a good game. It's fast.
Yeah, but it's good. It's quick. So I didn't mind it in an hour. Reset it, do it again. Fun game. Next one on my list is going to be Endeavor Deep Sea, and this one's going to slide up there a little bit. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. You're going to notice on the side, if you can see up here, Endeavor Age of Sail is in my Hall of Fame. So we're messing with one of my favorite titles here of all time, and so that makes things kind of tough. Yeah, Wormspan's definitely going to slide. Boone Lake is definitely going to slide. I enjoyed Boone Lake, but so right now we're looking at Nucleum, Australia. I played with the Australia expansion at 18, Wormspan 17, Boone Lake sliding down to 16. Draft and Write Records, that's gonna slide. It's so hard to rank a roll and write or a draft and write game versus something like Endeavor Deep Sea, but I think Endeavor Deep Sea is going to hit my list right now at 14. I've played twice now. I'm not talking into the mic here, but I played twice. This second one was definitely better than my first play, just because I started understanding what was going on.
Even though it was just the 2 of us?
Yeah, even though it was just 2. I do think the game's probably better at 3 and 4, and we kind of talked about it afterwards, that you're going to see more tiles. You're going to see more stuff. Stuff's going to fill up
more
faster.
Exploration.
Right, there's going to be more exploration, but the tiles are going to fill up faster, so you're going to have to move around more. You're going to have to explore more. You're going to have to do more things. But I think that's fine. It's going to make the game longer, because it's every player you add is going to add. I think the game even advertised like 45 minutes per player or something. So it's definitely going to exponentially add on. There's no simultaneous play or anything.
I think 30 per player.
Is it 30 per player maybe?
Yeah, and then what's great about that, I love the commentary on the multiplayer versus 2-player.
Sure. Yeah.
Because we both know that Age of Sail, Endeavor Age of Sail, significantly drops off at 2-player.
Yeah,
like the enjoyment of the game is like, why do we even do this?
Yeah.
Whereas Endeavor Age of Sail, or Endeavor Deep Sea, I was like, oh man, this game was so much fun even at 2.
Yeah, I like Endeavor Age of Sail either on the 2-3 player board at 3 players, or the 4-5 it was 3-4-5 player board at 4 or 5. So at the higher 2 player counts on each side of that board. But yeah, 2's bad, and 3 on the 3-4-5 player board is bad.
This is great for the folks at home to know, because because some people only have their partner to play with.
Yeah.
For the most part. So this is, I would tell you, even if you're just playing 2, Endeavor Deep Sea is an option.
Yeah, it was good. So I like more plays. It'll probably move up my list, but it's hard. I'm not ready to compare which one I like better. They are different games by far. I think,
it's like it's similar system, but I don't know if they're going to end up being compared.
Yeah, it's hard to compare them. So anyway, but I've still enjoyed my Age of Sail up there in my Hall of Fame. So my next one's Korra: Rise of an Empire. So that one's going to go on there. All right, so now we're getting into the top 10 here. We got Dune Imperium Bloodlines. Dune Imperium Bloodlines was not my favorite, and so I am going to, because it was with the Bloodlines expansion, and that's the only way I've played it this year, I'm going to slide that down, although, again, you're going to see Dune Imperium and Dune Imperium Uprising here in my Hall of Fame. So
Dune Imperium is in your Hall of Fame.
Right. So
So
Bloodlines, again, I think when I put that
I guess
on there,
you-
it
yeah,
was
actually, I
just
wouldn't-
with the Bloodlines expansion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, I probably wouldn't even ranked it then if it was in my Hall of
Probably
Fame.
not.
Wayne does a
Yeah.
lot of slashes. He likes to.
No,
together,
well, like
yeah.
because the base game is Dune. It's just Dune
Yeah.
with like Dune's in my Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is I'm not telling you how to rank. How do you
Oh,
rank it?
sure,
I'm just
sure.
saying like
Yeah.
this is how I would. I probably wouldn't even put it on my list. Then,
And
you
it
know,
may come
that's-
off for that reason at
Yeah.
some point. At some point, I may just peel it off there and be done with it. But
Yeah.
if it keeps sliding, it
Yeah,
may
I wasn't a
slide
fan
off
of
anyway.
Bloodlines either, so I'm with there. It was,
Yeah,
it was okay.
I think it made it not as fun a game. So I prefer it without. It just added a little extra that didn't really need to be there. So, in my opinion. But Korra: Rise of an Empire. So now we're up to Sky Team. I'm going to put Korra below it. I did like Korra, and again, I need to play Korra more. I've played it twice, and like I say, I've lost miserably both times I played it, but I feel like I played it wrong. So I want to play it right. So maybe Carlos and I, and maybe Wayne, if you want to try it again, we'll break it out here and play it sometime.
I enjoyed it. It was on my
Yeah.
top 20. It fell just off,
Mhm.
but I know that it's hard to rank it based on one play.
Yep.
So
But
yeah, I want
it's
to play it again.
fun. The component quality. Carlos mentioned that when he got it, the dual layer boards that it comes with. I picked it up on Amazon for a steal. He got it for almost the same steal. I mean, it's going now for under $20, I think. So yeah, it's for that price, there's no doubt was an insta buy for me just going into the collection. So
You can check the YouTubes. I posted pictures of when I opened it up, the box, because I really was curious about the component quality. It's good stuff.
yeah, it's good. It's good quality. Okay, next, this is a big one for me, and we've talked about Finspan a decent amount. We've talked about Wormspan a little bit. We've talked about the other span, Wingspan quite a bit. Yeah, I almost dropped it, so I was sidetracked there for a minute. But Finspan, I might have mentioned before, I think this is my favorite span, and theme does a lot for me. The ease of play, the quickness of the play. I like Finspan a lot.
I do
It's
too.
Oh,
yeah, it's
I
gonna
like
be
it
up
a
here.
lot.
It's going to slide up above. Sky Team for me. Sky Team's going down to 11. Clank Legacy Season 2. I'm going to slide down to 10. Obsession. Ooh, now we're messing around with Wayne's number
With
one
real
here.
games.
Yeah, that's good.
So-
But
now we're into the real games.
Finspan, Wormspan, Finspan, Wingspan was like 3 or 4 or 5. In that, they were close. So yeah, I'm with you.
yeah. I'm
I
going to put. Oh, go ahead.
sorry,
I'm going to put it at 9. I'm just going to slap it up there at 9. But go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think we could do the beans on this next week, maybe, right?
Probably. I haven't played it
I've
solo
been
yet.
enjoying
At
it.
least 3
I
of
haven't
us.
played it
can-
solo.
Okay, we need to try it solo.
We do got it.
Yeah. Oh, it's. Let me tell you, you guys will do it solo in 30, 40 minutes.
Okay. Maybe
Super fast. It is.
Well,
You'll set it
so
up in 5 minutes.
let's solo
and play it 30.
together.
Well, I was waiting. What is this, Final
We'll
Girl?
sit here together and just play
What is
solo
this, Final
games.
Girl? No, it
it's
got
so easy
me because of the how good the game is. It got me to spend time designing and cutting my own egg tokens because I just could not stand.
It's a little bouncy.
I love the
balls.
deluxe fish, the young.
Yeah.
I
I
love
don't
the
like.
deluxe
I don't like the
schools.
little squishy ball. I don't like the
The
eggs.
Everdale blueberry style bouncy balls. My fat fingers, they go flying.
You don't like bouncing those all over the room? No.
No, because I have small children. I'm worried I'm going to find them in diapers because they ate them all. So I'm going acrylic flat tokens.
Okay.
I think.
And I made a set for each of you guys.
All right. Yeah, we'll
All
see
right.
how those work out.
So maybe next week we do beans of this. I think. I think
Yeah,
because
you know what?
it's-
Let's commit to getting the solo play this week,
okay.
and then we can beans it up next week for all of us.
And if you have not played Wormspan, neither one of y'all played Wormspan.
I haven't played Wormspan, but I'm gonna maybe play it this weekend if I can.
Okay. I say if y'all get Wormspan played, then we can do a big comparison of the three of them also. So
I know we're going a little long on the Finspan thing,
yeah.
but man, what I'm really enjoying about it is I just haven't grasped the combo-ness yet. Like I see it there, but I haven't figured out how to trigger it. My wife keeps destroying me in the game.
Oh yeah, so she's figured it out.
Right. Right. So it's
Shock.
that tapestry feel of I'm watching others do well at it and I'm not. So there's something here I want to grasp. So
Gotta
it
figure it
gives
out.
me it's that carrot. It's that golden ring I'm chasing after. There's something here. I never walked away from Fanspan saying, "Oh, this is too simple."
Yeah.
I expected
No,
you to
it-
say that. I'm
No,
surprised
no,
we
no.
are.
It-
we are
I
like
like
I think
yeah.
that the difference between fin span and wingspan is like it's kind of not really even that much of a difference.
The complexity, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
can't.
close.
I don't see a difference really in the complexity. Like it's so close. I just and it's just the
Yeah.
setup and play.
But I
Spoiler,
feel it's
I think
got
we're
a
gonna
little,
rate it pretty highly.
there's a little
Yeah.
more difficulty with it for me because you can send cards to the discard that you know you will get back.
That's
So
what I love. Love
it
that.
just it adds that
So good.
complexity of like, well, what do I bring back with what I have that I can combo and
But now I don't have to
Good
worry
stuff.
about throwing away cards, right? Like I'm gonna throw away this card, but I know I can get it back later. I love that.
Yeah.
all right,
So
we'll get
good.
deeper into that one. Good
Yeah,
call.
next week. Yep.
Yeah, we'll do more friend span.
I'm
So-
at 14, you're at 9, and Wayne is
I think it was like 4 or 5.
Okay, way up
the
there.
span
double
verse.
check.
few more plays,
Yeah.
especially if it's good at solo, it'd probably move up again for me. So it's going to have lots of opportunities to get played and go up, I think. So my next one, Underwater Cities, I'm holding it here in my hand. So this one was fairly high on my list, if I remember, at the end of last year. This is one I'm late to the party on. It's been out for a while. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Which one? Which game?
Underwater Cities.
Oh, okay.
Underwater Cities. So yeah, I was making sure it wasn't in my Hall of Fame, which I knew it wasn't, but I just wanted to be sure. But anyway, so kids, after I played this, Jim then taught me the base, and then he taught me the expansion. And as soon as I played the expansion, the kids for Father's Day went out and got me the expansion because I was talking about it so much. So a game I'm really liking. Carlos and Wayne, have you never played this yet either? Have you? Or did you submarines,
I have.
worker placement, tableau
No, maybe I haven't.
building?
It's got the
Oh,
little
you know what I'm
bubbles,
thinking?
right? The little half bubbles.
Yeah, building a little city underwater. Yep, little domes.
You're building cities underwater?
Yeah, cities underwater.
In underwater cities?
Really?
No.
What?
I think you guys would both love this with your liking of worker placement,
Yep.
of tableau building and triggering things that trigger other things.
No, I
And
haven't.
then
I was thinking of Aquasphere. So no, I haven't
okay.
played this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This one, another one. We got to play this sometime here. We got to get a game of it together, and I'll bring it. And yeah, I'd love to teach this. So Underwater Cities going pretty high here. Oh, so now we're looking at Obsession, man. All right, Wayne, I like
Fine.
Obsession.
It's all good. I know you
a
like it. It's all
lot,
good.
But yeah,
This
it's
is-
gonna,
Hey,
you know.
I think anything in the top 10 is like it doesn't matter whether it's 1 or 10. That means it's really good gameplay, really good game.
Yep. Obsession going to 8, Federation to 7. Ooh, Maracaibo to 6.
Now you're hurting
Ooh.
Wayne's feelings.
Yeah,
Ah.
now I'm getting down there.
Those are
moving
the
a
three.
bunch of
Those are
them.
the 3 big ones for me right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Railroads. So I played Ultimate Railroads this year. That's why that's up there. But I'm kind of lumping that with I'll do kind of the slash all the railroad games.
Russian Railroads, yeah.
Russian and Ultimate. Ooh, this is getting where it hurts a little bit. I'm gonna put it over Ultimate or the Railroads. Yeah.
Ooh,
I love how
that
the
means
folks
you
at
have.
home
That means
can
you have
watch
2
this
more that are
real
even
time.
higher
Yeah,
than that. Like
Watch
that's what's
the
crazy.
viewers.
Is like as high as this is going, you have 1 or 2 more that are going to be even higher than this.
Yeah, I got one more in my hand here.
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Underwater Cities is going to hit at 4. Ultimate Railroads or the Railroads are going to 5. Last 2 I got up there. 1 is SETI, 2 is Purple Haze. So the last one on this little tiny chit,
Hey, watch your mouth.
chit thing that I cut out here.
Oh,
Ostia.
okay. There we go. Okay.
So Ostia. This is the big one here. So where did this end up on yours? This was 2 or 3 on yours, Wayne?
2. It was number 2
2.
for me.
Okay, it's going to go above Purple Haze, I think.
Yeah.
So
Come on. It's
Purple-
got to be number 2 or 1 even above SETI.
That's the hard
This
part.
is
Is
the tough
this
part
is this
right
better
here.
than SETI? I've played SETI twice. I've played Ostia once. I'm
If I-
going
so
to put Ostia 2.
If
Oh, go ahead,
right,
Wayne.
I was gonna say right now, if I gave you both games, which one are you playing?
I think
It puts the game in the basket or it gets the
Like,
hose.
Rob, you can
Which
play
one
one
do
of
you
these
get?
tonight.
Which
Which
one
one
do
are
you
you
get?
playing?
well, that question is a little bit of a trick question because I've played SETI twice and I've only played Ostia once, and I want to play Ostia again. Now that I know how to play it, I would say Ostia tonight. But I think once I played both of
okay.
them 3 or 4 times, I think probably SETI. But I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. Ostia is
I don't
good.
know.